Okay, so this is our power hour, subtracting fractions with regrouping. So in example 1, let's say we have 5 and 1/4 minus 2 and 2/3. Oh no, 2/4. Let's stick with like denominators right now. The first thing I am looking at are my denominators to see if they're like or unlike, and they are like, which means I can just subtract straight across. So if you look at the numerators, 1 minus 2, I can't do that. If I put up one finger, I cannot take 2 from 1. So that means I have to borrow from this whole number. When I borrow 1, that's going to make that a 4. So I have 4 and 1/4. The one that I borrow from here, I'm going to change to a whole number fraction that has the same denominator as 4. So a whole fraction that has the same denominator as 4 is 4/4. Anytime you have the same number on top of each other, that makes a whole. So this is going to equal to 4 and 5/4. Now look at my numerator. My numerator is now large enough to subtract that too. So I can go ahead and subtract it. 4 and 5/4 minus 2 and 2/4. 4 minus 2 equals 2. 5 minus 2 equals 3. And 4. Never add the denominator. 4. Final answer is 2 and 3/4. If I move too fast, rewind it and watch it again. Example 2. Let's say we have 10 and 3/8 minus 4 and 7/8. So the first thing I'm looking at are my denominators. They are exactly the same. We have like denominators, but I cannot perform the operation 3 minus 7. I cannot do that because I don't have enough here. This number is smaller than this number. So I will borrow from the 10 and make it a 9. So now I have 9 and 3/8. The one that I borrow, I will change into a whole fraction that has 8 as the denominator. So that's 8/8. I'll add these two together. I get 9. 3 plus 8 is 11. And do not add your denominators. Now I have 11 here, which is larger than this 7. So now I can subtract the 4 and 7/8. 9 minus 4 is 5. 11 minus 7 is 4. And keep the 8. This answer here, you should simplify. Greatest common factor would be 4. Leaving you with 5 and 1/2. And if you don't know how to simplify, go back to the simplifying video and watch it to see how I got the greatest common factor as 4. Okay, so why don't you try this one on your own? I'm going to continue on and do it, but you should pause it. So let's say I have 12 and 5/11s minus 5 and 9/11s. Denominators are the same. I cannot take 9 from 5. So I'm going to borrow 1, making that 11. That leaves me with 11 and 5/11s. The one that I borrowed, I'm going to change it to a whole fraction. 11/11. Add them together. I have 11 and 16/11. 16 is now bigger than 9, so now I can subtract the 5 and 9. 11s. 11 minus 5 is equal to 6. 16 minus 9 is equal to 7.